What's good, everyone? My name is Casey Crutchfield, and welcome to episode 32 of Enjoy Life. Before we get started here today, please hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a comment. We love hearing all the comments in the comment section. But without further ado, my guest here today, it's our first double guest action today. I got my buddy Sam, my buddy Ashton, and we're basically we're just gonna sit here and chat about what they got going on. I'm super excited to hear about that. And my man got us some beers for the pod. I think this is the first episode I drink on, so thank you for that. I'm excited.
I need to get some
little Sunday beers.
Let's go.
But without further ado, man, first question I wanted to ask y'all: who is y'all favorite artist? Y'all favorite country artist? I know y'all into country music and all of that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm not really into the mainstream type stuff, but there's a band called Treaty Oak Revival who I kind of base our almost everything we do off of. They're a country rock band, and I mean they're fairly new, but I mean, dude, the stuff they write about is real, and the stuff, I mean, and the way they do it is just insane.
So you like more of like kind of those genuine lyrics more than
absolutely, with a little bit of rock to it too.
Okay.
I mean, I plan on rocking out every time I perform, so it's kind of what I do.
Okay, and what about you?
Man, actually, I don't have a whole lot of country experience until I got with these guys. My background's a lot of rock.
Okay.
But as far as favorite country artists, you can't go wrong with Chris Stapleton. He mixes a lot of the blues with the country, and it was very attractive to me, so it pulled me in.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I think my all-time favorite country artist is Thomas Rhett.
Hey, unpopular opinion, but I like it.
he's good.
I know he is.
He was on a little streak. I was talking to my buddy. He had a streak where like 3 albums back to back to back were just.
Oh yeah, they all hit.
Like he makes some good music.
No, he does, and the thing is, he makes good business decisions, just like Morgan Wallen. See, I don't quite listen to their music, but they're making great business moves. They're appealing to the mainstream audience, and it's blowing up for them. So that you can always admire. I mean,
can I ask y'all what y'all think about Zach Bryan? Are y'all fans?
I mean, I love
a little overhyped. I think that might be some
unpopular opinion, but okay.
But like, I like some of his songs, no doubt. But like, I feel like people were going crazy over him.
No, dude, they were. And so the thing is, I think a lot of his music sounds the same.
Yeah.
But there are some songs that will just, I have to play to start my night off. If I want to have a good, fun night, rowdy night, I will play Heading South or something like that. And
you know the girls love.
Oh, yeah. Exactly, dude. If they're singing along, you got to sing along, and you just got to go with it, you know?
His music's definitely appealing to a lot.
Oh,
the allegations are a little wild.
Yeah,
it's hard to get down.
The girls might act like they don't fuck with him now, but they did.
Oh yeah,
they can't lie. This whole summer they were singing Revival all night.
Oh yeah,
so,
dude.
I already know how it is.
And they're still gonna go to his shows. They're not gonna stop.
Yeah, no. So just kind of before we get into everything, man, tell me where y'all love for music came from, man. You know, I think it's great that y'all do this. Ever since I started the podcast. When I see people doing their own things, you know, something unique almost, I love to kind of hear about it and how it first started. So
okay, well, you don't know this, but I only started singing probably this time last year. Didn't even know I could sing until I had met my guitar player when I moved here last August.
Okay.
I had no idea. I had started playing guitar just like for fun, and then whenever I moved here, I met him. And I was on FaceTime with him, and he heard me playing guitar in the background, and I didn't even know he played. And he was like, bro, I'm coming over. I'm bringing my guitar. I was like, okay, cool. We played for like 3 days, and then I sang a Brooks and Dunn song in front of him. He was like, dude, you can really sing. I was like, really? And I was like, dude, I had no idea. And so we started playing for a little while, and I ended up falling in love with it, dude. Like just both of us going on at the same time, me singing. And it came to the point where it was like, he was like, dude, you should get on stage. And I was like, well, I'm not doing it without you.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, well, let's do it. And turns out I was in class with someone who played electric guitar. And by starting that in October, by beginning of February, we had our first gig, and it just blew up from there. Now I'm addicted to it.
And where was that first gig at?
The Congo Lounge right there in Thibodeau by Blake's Deli.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was that experience like? Because I know anytime you do something for the first time, it's always a lot of trial and error. It's
Terrible.
usually you look back on it and like, holy shit, that was really bad.
Dude, it was so bad. But like, I mean, it was mostly just families and friends that showed up. We packed the place, but it was just everyone that was close to me, you know?
Yeah.
So like, they're not going to tell me something, you know, to my face, but they'll text me back whenever they leave, be like, hey, that was not good. And then my dad, oh dude, he Facebook lived the entire thing. So I went back and watched it and I was like, damn, I sound like that.
It's weird hearing your own voice.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to hear it because like if I'm talking like right now, I'm gonna go back and watch this and I'm gonna be like, dude, I sound dumb.
It's like that for me when I have to like edit the videos. I hate hearing my own voice. Yeah. It's just an awkward thing.
It's terrible. But
you perceive yourself a different way than you think you do.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like the voice you hear coming out of your own voice is totally different than what you hear on a video. And I think it's just the fact that it's different. It makes you think it sucks.
Mm-hmm. And so what would you say is kind of like your signature songs that y'all like to play? Y'all have a couple favorites?
Yeah. So one's No Vacancy by Treaty Oak Revival.
Okay.
And what you say the other one was?
Man, there's a lot of good songs in the lineup.
Yeah.
I would, controversial, I'd have to say Oklahoma Smoke Show. Is that right?
Yeah, that's our closing song.
That's our closer. And we rock out on it. We send it home.
What about you? I know you don't have a mic on, but you can tell me. We got a guitarist for special. That is my song. That is my song.
Dude, that is his favorite song to do.
That is a great song. That is a great song. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that. That just made me so happy. So what would you say you learned from that first time? What was the biggest takeaway?
Prepare a lot longer. Mm-hmm. A lot longer. And then whenever we ended up doing full band and we brought him in and our bass player, we practiced for a week before that.
That was a crash course in a full band scenario for him and Trey, and they did
practice a lot.
They did well
before you even think about getting on stage.
Yeah. And then I'm sure there's a bunch of like technical stuff y'all have to do. I don't know. I suck at this. Like this is literally like the most simplified way I know how to do it. So I can only imagine how it's like trying to get instruments and trying to get everything else plugged up to sound right.
And that is his job.
Yeah, he's very good.
Dude,
he's very good at it.
He owns all the equipment. But dude, it's so hard because when you have 5 people all doing different stuff and you have to run everything and make sure that there's no like squealing, no feedback and anything. It's all this thing and play lead guitar on top, dude. He makes it happen though.
He's killing it, man.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I do it with love.
But yeah, dude, like luckily that first show, the band we opened for had set up everything, but still had a problem. It was feeding back the first 4 songs, you know?
Yeah.
But we ended up having a good time and everyone else loved it. It was a fishing rodeo in Grand Isle. And they're already drunk, so they really didn't care what was going on upstage, you know?
Okay. Yeah. But what would you say, like, what was the next one like? Like, from that first time to that second time, what was the jump like?
Where was our next show?
After that one.
The Crossing?
No. Yeah.
It was
A really good one.
The next show after
Grand Isle was the Crossing Bar.
Yeah. Now we're getting through it.
So it was our single release party at the Crossing. The song we had just dropped on all platforms. And that was probably the best show that y'all did. It was the most fun I've ever had.
But don't take away from the work that we put in.
No, it was a month later, and we practiced Tuesday, Thursday,
3 days a week.
3 days a week, every single week.
We ended up adding 2 hours of songs within that time.
Yeah.
So how did that like take me through that process? Because I know that can't be an easy thing.
Oh no, definitely not.
Like which one of y'all are more the writers? Which one of y'all, you know?
I write the songs, but whenever we want to add like covers into the set list, we all pick one. There's 5 of us. We all pick one to do that week. And then we practice it before we get to that first practice. We practice it individually. And then when we get to that practice, we get those 5 songs. And we like kind of just brush through them, make sure everyone's on point. And on that Thursday, we will actually put it into the set list and practice with those songs and kind of finalize everything. But I'm the one that every song we do so far, I've written. Like every original song I've written, either me or Trey Bear, my guitar player.
And so, like, kind of taking you through where do you find motivation? Where do you know, because dead ass, I don't think, like, I think it would be kind of hard for me to just write a song. Like, I know that's something that's not easy. Like,
That's it.
like you, yeah, like you said, like that stuff, like you gain from your own self. So, like, how do you necessarily take that and put that into a song? What's that?
So, all right, I'm going to use Just Tell Me Why, for example, which is a song that we have out right now. I experienced what's in the song at a country music festival in Coleman, Alabama. I left Coleman, got back home, had to go to work in North Louisiana. I'm in the backseat of my boss's truck, and I wake up from a nap, and in 30 minutes, I had that entire song written on my phone. It came out of nowhere, word for word in my brain.
You find a lot of it's like that? Like,
dude,
it's kind of
every song I've ever written came in 30 minutes, word for word in my head and put on the phone. I don't understand how it works, but it does. And once I start, I just cannot stop. Like, it's like, one time I was driving and I'm literally voice to text in my phone, singing the song into my phone. And by the time I got home, it was done. I put a guitar to it, figured out how I wanted it to go, and it just kind of happened. But that's pretty much how it happens for me. If I try to sit down and just write a random song, I cannot do it.
See, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, you know, like I couldn't just have someone like put me right here, pen and paper, write a song. Like, I feel like you said, it's just kind of gotta come to you. I guess
it has to, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna sit there for 5 hours and have one word on the paper, and it's gonna be like, all right, verse 1. That's all I'm gonna have, dude.
I feel like either that or you'll write the most generic song you've ever heard.
Yeah, the most
you'll go back to something that everyone's already heard 3 times.
I swear.
You almost gotta filter out. We listen to so much music. You almost gotta filter out all the music you just listen to. It's like just keep quiet for a while.
Yeah, dude.
And try.
I will write a whole song and then I'll go to sing it and I'm like, I know this song. This is already a song, and I basically just use the exact same melody, damn near the same words, and I just change it up a little bit.
So that's what I also wanted to ask. So I'm not really like in tune with the like actual writing and getting all that part of music. How do you take those words and then make it into a song? Like find the right melody, find the right things like that. Does that just kind of catch on as he's singing the song?
It's a lot of trial and error too.
Okay.
You try a lot of stuff, see if it fits or not. And then if it sticks, you figure out how to repeat it in a tasteful way.
Right.
If it doesn't stick, you just move on.
Okay.
I feel like we have 2 different approaches. Like, I know you kind of just, you'll think of it and it kind of comes to you.
Yeah.
I kind of started the opposite way. I just play guitar almost the time. Like, I don't know, I have rhythms in my head. And it'll start there. That's how we kind of meet up. Like,
so y'all are kind of in sync like that because you have more.
He'll have the guitar part in his head. I'll have the words and the vocals in my head, and then it just kind of merges together real good.
Okay, and so kind of tell me about your TikTok, because I know TikTok is. Tell me about how that started.
Dude, I was posting like clips of other music on TikTok, and it was like, you know, that Richmond, North of Richmond song by Oliver Anthony that blew up everywhere.
I mean, I've been on TikTok, so I've probably seen it. I've definitely seen it.
Well, I posted a clip of that, and I think I got 1.1 million likes on it or something like that, something along those lines.
And was this before or after y'all already?
Was before I ever even knew I sang.
Okay.
And I posted that and it blew up. I posted one more and that blew up. And I was like, and then it just kind of fell into the time where I started doing the music and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, sweet, I already have 14,000 followers. Dude. Let me just start doing this. Never got over 8,000 views on a freaking video, dude. And I was like, man, I got to figure something out. So I got to post as much as possible.
So kind of tell me about that, because sometimes I kind of feel the same way. Like, you know, you get that one video and it really does good, and then it seems like for every one good video you gotta go through like 10 or so.
Yeah, dude. And you put so much work into it, but TikTok won't push it, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
And so what do you do like in those moments? Like, how do you stay like focused? How do you stay forward? Because let's be real, a lot of people would probably give up. Like, there's a lot of people out there who are just like, nah, fuck this. This isn't getting where I'm wanted to get. Because I don't think a lot of people understand like how long things take. Like,
oh yeah, you have to be dedicated and you have to love it.
Yeah, you just got to enjoy doing it in the moment, because if you get caught up on wanting it to happen fast and easy, then you're gonna give up really fast. Like, in my head, it's all right, I'm gonna post as much as possible, and it's not like I'm doing this for other people. I enjoy the crap out of this, you know. So like, I'm just gonna wait until it happens, you know. I mean, that's pretty much it.
I'd say our approach is throw as much stuff at the wall as you can. Do something.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty much it.
no, that's a great way to look at it. And just to ask, because you know, negativity is everywhere. You know, I get negative things about this too. Especially I find when people our age try to do something unique or seems different, especially like in today's society, I feel like people are just kind of boxed in, if y'all know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
And like,
oh yeah.
So how do you, I guess, face that when someone kind of, I'm not gonna say it's negative towards y'all, but you know,
It feels like it.
yeah.
I find, I don't know about he does the whole TikTok thing, and I don't know his mindset on it, but like me at my age, people are like, you're still in a band? I'm like, yeah, I love playing music. And like, oh, okay. And you kind of get that feel like you're talking about it right there. But at the end of the day, I walk away knowing this is what I love to do. I love to play music. This is all I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it to impress people. I'm not doing it. I don't need to be famous. I don't need to be rich from it. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. So that's how I look at it personally.
And the thing is, you just can't care.
Yeah.
And if you do, then you'll get in your head, and you know, you'll self-sabotage. You just cannot care.
Yeah.
Don't pay them any mind, and just keep doing it because you love it, you know?
And I find most of the time, most of the people who give those thoughts are people who are really scared to do something that they really like.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they had a dream in their head.
Yeah.
Either they tried for like 5 days to do it and couldn't do it, or
just too scared to do it in the first place.
exactly.
I'd say how much crap you get for your cowboy hat, because that's probably the most.
I mean, I'm sure a lot, dude, but
Like, I don't get
I see y'all both rocking with the cowboy hats. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever had one. I think they look. I like yours. I do like yours.
he puts a lot of money.
I like his. His looks a little more expensive.
Oh, it's a lot more expensive. This is a less than $100 hat. That's well over $3, I'm sure.
Damn.
up there.
Yeah.
I'll stick to my $20 baseball hats.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a,
You're not being something you're not. It's up there.
Yeah, that's the thing too, man. A lot of people are scared to be themselves because of the judgment. You have to know who you are and be comfortable with being you.
I
yeah.
think you can honestly say now he like other music though.
Yeah, dude.
I listen to it, dude. I do listen to it.
So we, when we were going through our set list of things we wanted to do, he literally had to go back and listen to every song we told him to learn because he had never heard a single one of them.
Not a single one.
What kind of rock you were into?
Man, it started out like when I was younger, Breaking Benjamin, stuff like that. It evolved into stuff like Nothing More and Bad Omens, like progressively getting heavier to, I obviously love Slipknot, but these guys pulled me in, and
I had never heard a single.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
Dude, I'm with you, dude. I never even heard.
When I thought you were gonna say rock, I was thinking you were about to say like AC/DC or
you can't go wrong with the classics. Like, I do rock those.
I like those. Like, I think those are fire. But
I'm a big fan of those. But I know when they called me in, it was time to dish the double bass pedal and slow it down.
Yeah, definitely. I don't see any of y'all perform that.
No chance.
Not, dude.
Do y'all think y'all can maybe get a little like collab, kind of best of both worlds maybe in there? Or?
That's where Trio Revival comes in.
I think Trio does.
I know you said they kind of have that rock.
Dude, they implement so much rock into what they do, and it's basically you are at a rock concert, but the lyrics are country,
He still got a twang.
He still has a twang to that voice because I mean I'm pretty sure he's from like Georgia or something. He has that strong accent, dude.
Where y'all think like the best country music singers come from?
Nashville, Texas.
Texas.
I think Texas is doing.
Texas has it, dude. I mean they live it. You know, they live what country is mostly.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can tell you. Are y'all some hunters? And
yeah, I just got back from a 3-day hunt.
I don't know. I just went hunting for the first time in Texas. Let me see if I got a picture of this fucking. I think y'all might.
You shot?
Yeah, I shot my first deer. I'm sorry. I'm new to it. I shot my first buck and I shot my first doe.
Very nice. There you go. Get out of here, dude. First time?
Yeah,
No kidding. That is insane, dude.
That's impressive.
Man, you want to
You look like that down here.
yeah.
Man, you'll have to go to Texas for that.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm going hunting in Louisiana.
Hey man, I would hang it up. I don't know you thought that.
I'm cool with that too. But nah, it was a cool experience for sure. Like just going out there, like I definitely see why people fuck with it.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
No, yeah, it's
I
peaceful. You
definitely
get in touch with
understand.
nature too.
yeah.
Sure.
But I also told my friends, with that being said, though, I don't think I could go out there and not see anything. Like I'd be fucking bored.
Yeah, I was all the time.
It's probably more done.
Yeah, I definitely want to do because it is just live action the entire time. And I mean, you can't get away from that. You get to see beautiful sunsets damn near in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico sometimes, or you're surrounded by trees in a puddle of water as big as this living room, and you'll see just hundreds of ducks floating over the trees.
I've never been duck hunting though.
Dude, it's awesome.
I way more fun than deer hunting.
I promise.
It's definitely more. I'd say it's more rushed.
Yeah, it's constant action the whole time. You're not waiting.
Back on, and they coming in, they come over you.
Oh yeah, dude, it's beautiful out there.
Quiet. You hear that? Just
My favorite part is you don't have to be quiet until you see the ducks come.
Exactly. 'Cause I'll have TikTok on my phone the whole time. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an experience because, like, I mean, I know it's kind of weird for being in Louisiana, but I had like never been, and like it was eye opening. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it.
where are you from?
I'm from Bag Bashery.
Okay, I clarify.
Clarify that. I am from Bag Bashery. Where y'all boys from?
I'm from Plaquemine, Louisiana, West Baton Rouge.
Okay,
Lockport, Louisiana.
Lockport.
Lockport, baby.
Lockport.
it's in Matthews.
Matthews.
Yeah, it's Lockport.
Man, the cops in Matthews are terrible, bro.
No, man. Come
I
on.
feel like the cops always sniping over there. You go a mile over the speed limit. And
Man, you talking about Golden Meadow.
facts. I ain't talking about Golden Meadow. I'm talking about Golden Meadows. It's all close enough. Fucking boy.
Don't put us with them.
It all becomes the same thing.
But so let me ask y'all, just kind of like moving towards where would y'all say y'all currently at now? I know we kind of spoke about how y'all kind of got here. What's going on right now?
I feel like we're still in the ramp up phase, trying to make a bigger presence, trying to get more, trying to get us in front of more people lately. Keep adding to our set list so we can rotate songs, never stay stale, keep things fresh. We're getting to a point where we'll be pretty regularly around town. I would like to do a little bit more and get there, and I think we're all in the same boat where we want to keep pushing while we can,
Right.
to where we can get to a point where we can call somebody and they'll say, oh yeah, we'd love to have you guys back. Right now, we're still trying to get the name to more people, but we're getting there.
Absolutely, yeah. It's, we're to the point where everyone who has heard us wants to come back,
Right.
and everyone who hasn't heard us wants to hear us, but it fluctuates so much to where we just have to keep pushing. And like everything we've done so far was good, not great, but good.
Yeah. You know, obviously there's always room for improvement.
Always.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was good enough to where they enjoyed what they heard, and a lot of the gigs have already called us back. So, and to come back, and it's, I mean, all we can hope for as of right now.
Yeah. And, you know, one thing I'm going to give y'all a lot of credit on, y'all acknowledge that there's always room for improvement, but yet y'all give yourselves y'all flowers for what y'all done so far.
Absolutely.
And I think that's an important thing to do. I'm more someone who's like tough on myself too about this. Like I know when I try and do better, and not to the point where like this needs to blow up right now, but I just know there's room for improvement. But then I also kind of step back and, you know, look, I mean, I've done pretty good for what I've done so far. So I think it's important to do both.
I agree with that. I think you have to have that mindset so you can still be realistic about where you're at, but at the same time,
You got to give
it's not
yourself,
discouraging.
yeah, you got to give yourself props. You got to give yourself encouragement for what you've done.
As it goes good, you don't let up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't down yet.
Yeah,
No, I agree with that.
It's always, we're always looking for growth.
You know, like if you think you did good on this show,
You can do better.
your next one, do it 2 times better, or try to do it 2 times better, you know, and like, don't just try to do what you did the last one, you know, always try to do better. I mean, because sooner or later it's going to be great and no one can say anything about it, you know?
Yeah, and no one can take it away from you.
Exactly.
That's the best part.
Exactly. So, just kind of tell me. So now that we've covered that, what's the future look like, guys?
I want to drop 8 songs by May.
Be realistic.
I do, dude. I have them. I have them.
You have them.
I have them. I want to drop 8 songs by May. That gives us, what, 5 months?
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
We got a lot of ambition.
Yeah.
We're coming for everything.
Oh, yeah.
We are.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
coming.
Even though I'm sitting here saying that's a lot, don't take that as we're not ready to try.
Exactly.
We want it.
We're
No, I believe it. Y'all look disciplined. Y'all look ready to go. Y'all look ready to get on stage right now.
I have one guitar in the truck, but one wants to play it.
But let me ask y'all, what's a dream place to go play?
Red Rocks.
Man,
Wow.
realistically, Texas Club is a
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Realistically, I agree. Texas Club would,
very cheap.
but dream wise, I 1,000% agree. Red Rock.
Red
would
Rocks,
be
dude, that's my dream place to play.
Yeah.
I would love to see y'all at like Floribama or something.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they would love us out there. But realistically speaking, yes, Texas Club would be it. It's right there in back.
Yeah, Texas Club would be like that little.
It'd be
that'd be the little
next
starter.
step, you know?
Yeah.
that
Like a
was,
segue.
exactly.
Mhm.
Push
And-
off.
That's hopping on the elevator.
Yeah, and would like a House of Blues type? Would that is that type of vibe?
He's played there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
He has his name on a record with another band, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. They poached you, man.
Yeah, things worked out how they had to. There's no love lost. I love the other guys.
No.
Explain a little bit about that.
So, start to finish,
Yeah.
dude, I met some grand folks from the good old Craigslist. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very sketchy.
Like nothing comes good off Craigslist.
No, that's actually wrong. I am living proof of the opposite. We got together, we played a lot, and it was all based in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
We played a lot of local shows, and then come COVID, things really started to slow down.
Yeah, man.
We ended up not being able to play for almost a year. When we got back on stage, we might have played 2 or 3 more times. And then the original members moved back to Ohio. So that was kind of the end of our run. I think it was a good 5-year run for us. But
Yeah.
man, during that time, local shows, House of Blues, dropped a record, recorded 2 new songs. Like we gave it hell.
Run for your money.
Yeah, we gave it hell, and we loved it. We loved every part of it. It was real. I like to call it hippie rock.
Okay.
It was real melodic.
You and your rock.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, that's Lily in the Weeds, and they were just a phenomenal group of musicians. Probably some of the best musicians I've played with ever.
Bass player I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And I thank God every day I done stolen.
So, would y'all say getting signed to a record would be a goal for y'all?
Absolutely.
I know it seems like something that might be. I think, like, I also like to think of stuff like that for the podcast.
Right, because in the end, that's what everyone's shooting for. That's what every musician.
And I think you should shoot for the stars because I mean,
I think
Either that or take the Prince route or like how Frank Fulton did his stuff.
And he opened up his own label.
Yeah,
Now I think that's more the way to go now, because I mean, from what I hear, I guess I listen to podcasts. Yeah,
You have to make sure the words are right on that piece of paper.
yeah, y'all better get a lawyer to look at that.
Yeah.
I hope y'all know some lawyers, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we got some.
But so I feel like we kind of talked about this a little bit, but just kind of looking back on the whole, what would y'all say was like y'all biggest high and y'all biggest low?
Our biggest low would be
I would say
it was
after
like
playing live, we actually opened up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not a pleasant experience.
no. All right, so we would get
We were
there.
dealt the shorthand too.
We were dealt the shorthand for that entire gig. We were the first band playing. The bar had their own sound equipment and sound guy. He was out of town. He was out of the country. They brought a new guy in who has never done it before. It took him probably 4 hours to get the sound right for the closing band. So we never even got to like,
The stage was speeding back.
yeah, we never got to set anything for us.
I don't know how we got through that.
Our entire show was ruined because we could not hear ourselves performing at all. They said it sounded good up front, but we couldn't hear anything. And so we were constantly just messing up. And then their old sound guy, before the new one that was out of town, shows up right after we get off stage.
I think they got our last song right.
Yeah, we had one song that was good.
Hey, at least it's the closer, man.
Yeah.
But that's like getting dealt a 14 in blackjack.
Dude,
exactly.
The other showing 10.
It's
Yeah, it's you down terrible.
on the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so tell me about that high, though. Because I know it's got to feel great.
Show.
All right, so our last show was really good, but I think our high would be the Crossing Bar
For your single release.
for our single release party, because it was everyone who had been following us since the beginning. It was about 200 people jamming into that.
More, I think their cap is
Yeah.
close to 300.
Yeah, well, dude, it was
Oh, wow.
it was damn near completely packed in there, and it was everyone who had been supporting us from the beginning. So they knew
Bar.
every single song that we played, so they are so into it from start to finish. Did not have a low point in that entire song. I mean, in an entire set, and it was just like level 10 from the start. From the time we started playing to the time we ended, and we ended up, I think, going like an extra 30 minutes just because like no one wanted us to leave, dude. It was just awesome.
That's awesome, man.
I don't think a smile left my face that entire time.
That's awesome.
It was
Wow.
great.
Damn good.
I think we could all agree that
Shout out
one was
Peter Garris at the Crossing Bar, you know? Thanks for helping us out with that one.
I don't think I've ever been to the Crossing Bar.
Dude, I love it over there.
That's the first time I've ever been there, and we sold the place out, and it was great.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was great.
So, kind of, I'm not going into my closing yet because I got a question to ask for all of y'all right there. But this is my second to last question right here. Obviously the New Year's is coming up. What's some goals for y'all, man? What are we getting done in 2025?
I want to release a lot of
I
original
know we kind of
music.
talked a little bit.
Yeah, no, dude, but
But
still,
like, this is like as a year in whole, like,
because there's a lot of cover bands around here. There's a lot of, but we don't want to be that.
right.
We use the covers to get hired at places because that's what they want to hear. But I mean, we want to just start pushing and pushing and pushing out a lot of original music, because in the end, that's the goal.
Right.
So we want to finalize, because I have probably 11 songs written. I want to finalize those, get those in a place to where I'm actually comfortable with letting people hear that. If we can get that, I just want to start just pushing them out, because it only takes one.
I was literally about to say, all it takes is that one song.
It only takes one. It only takes one TikTok nowadays to simply gain your
A
traction.
girl could say "hog to it." Y'all can get off of that.
Exactly, dude.
Y'all can
If
get
you
it
say
off
hard
of
to it, we can say, just tell me why.
Yeah. Exactly. Do any of y'all have any goals to add on that, or?
Yeah.
Getting the set list where it needs to be is real close. We need a little bit more time on it. Like actual
Yeah, no, and everything comes with time.
as soon as that's finalized, pushing us further out a little bit more, like kind of stretching our legs, seeing how far we can pull with that, and then like you were just saying, incorporating all of those like songs into what we already had to get our sound out there.
Okay.
I think we all kind of have personal goals.
Yeah.
We're trying to shoot for. I'm like a very technical kind of guy. I like to make sure. I like structure.
Right.
So I'm really.
And that's what you need.
Yeah, I'm really hard on the guys a lot about a lot of the stuff that we do, and God bless them. They give it their all. They push for it, but just keep on pushing for the structure that we need, hitting the marks that we set for each other each week. To me, that's the key to growth. As long as we commit to what we're doing, we'll
Accountability.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like how y'all had this form. I haven't met y'all other people, but I find that just from meeting y'all this long, you know, each and every one of y'all brings something different to the table.
Yeah.
And doing that makes what y'all have, and what y'all have is genuine.
Yeah. See, I'm young. I have that showmanship, and it works out. Me and Trey, I'm 20.
He's calling y'all old guys.
I heard that.
He's calling y'all old, basically.
Yeah, dude. So I'm 23 and Trey's 21, and we add that just liveliness to the group itself, and then we have these experienced.
These old guys.
One of them is 48. But
Matt, our bass player,
yeah,
he's older.
Huh? That's 45.
yeah.
He's in his 40s. I don't know how old.
So I think they're both like 31.
Hey, fuck it.
Yeah, dude. And then our 30 is still for like 25 or something like that.
Been playing more than 20 years together.
Yeah.
Started together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I picked up a guitar when I was 6, and then 6 years later picked up the drums, and then 25 years later, here we are.
Here we are. Oh, you never saw that coming, huh?
No chance.
But man, this is my favorite part about the podcast right here. I love asking this question to everyone. I'm sure you said you've watched the pod. I want you to come in here for this question and answer this too. I'm gonna let y'all come in one by one. Grab you a chair, man. We gonna scoot you in.
All right.
I'm gonna give you my mic to say this.
You sit between me and Sam.
Gotta get you in here.
All right.
If you would, I would.
So I gotta hear this. We got the whole boys up in here. So one by one, y'all tell me, man, why do y'all enjoy life?
I enjoy life because you never know what can happen, and history has proven if you want to do something, you can. So the possibilities are endless.
Mm-hmm. So just the opportunity.
Pretty much. I mean,
I'm right on the money with him. Every day is a chance to do something new. You can do whatever you want any day. No one can stop you except yourself. So I like the opportunity.
absolutely.
I mean, I'd personally say, man, everything you want's right in front of your face. It's just how hard you want to grab to get it. So it's how much work you willing to put in to get what you want. The only thing that's going to stop you is yourself. Can't listen to all this stuff that's out here, all these people, because there's going to be 100 people that tell you no and one person tell you yes. So
I love that. I love that. And then also, I know I said that was my last question, but I want to ask y'all, what would be y'all advice to people who want to get into music, who kind of want to step out their comfort zone and kind of do that type of thing?
Just do it. Just
whatever, do it.
Just whatever way you can.
Yeah.
man, I'd say just take the chance. Just bet on yourself. Who else you gonna bet on? So
yeah. Well, there's also a lot of opportunities too. You don't have money to buy your instruments. A lot of local places around here are doing open jam nights. You show up, they'll let you play whatever you want. There's your intro. A lot of musicians are very eager and willing to teach you what they know just to grow the community. We want people to do it. We don't want it to die.
I mean, it's crazy how much talent there is on this volume alone, and the people we know.
Dude, the bands that are already have their name locally have helped us out so much. Like, we would not be.
I mean, you got to shout them out. Like,
Go shout out.
Yeah.
Kel Blackroos and the drivers.
Dude, Good Feelings has helped us out a lot, and they've been doing this for 50 years. I mean, Good Feelings is a amazing band. I mean,
because
and not even that, but like the local guys that aren't even musicians that are helping.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
A lot of the bar owners.
Yeah, a lot of the bar owners. I mean, we've became
Good buddy.
really close with them, dude. They have helped us out so much. They've given us the opportunity to play at their bars, and we help them out by bringing in the people.
Yeah.
And
I would even want to let them. If you want to start, get in touch with us. We'll help you.
oh, absolutely,
We'll help.
You
absolutely.
give you a guide to how to navigate.
Yeah.
I mean, we've definitely made more mistakes than
Yeah,
right there.
But you need that.
No.
you have to fail to learn. It's road.
I'm sorry to cut you.
No, you're good, man.
Not a lot of people know this, but when I started the podcast, I was gonna film over there. Like that was my spot. Me and my first guest, shout out my roommate Quinn. We did one, and I just kind of looked at it and was like, "This is terrible. Like, we can't post this on YouTube. Like this was awful." And just like I got the equipment in like January, and just like trying to figure out how to work all the stuff, like all the mics and stuff. Like it looked choppy, all that. And I found like going through that process has kind of built me to where I am today, because it makes me headstrong, because I know I can kind of go through. And I know y'all definitely have the same experience. Like,
Oh,
100%.
dude, I started off with the most bare minimum equipment possible. I had 2 speakers. That way he could plug in and I could plug in, and we called it a day, dude. I mean, just
That changed your whole life.
shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
My number one thing that I always come back to is no one's ever good at anything they do the first time they do it. You got to go through it.
Unless you're Bailey Zimmerman and you accidentally sang a Morgan Wallen song on TikTok Live, and then you were playing a stadium 4 weeks later, you know?
Yeah. I like Bailey.
Sounded a little salty.
Yeah, dude.
Sounded a little salty.
How does that happen?
Get into Morgan or Zach Bryan, start singing those songs, y'all be fine.
Oh, absolutely. Because that's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
As much as I hate it, people love to hear it, you know?
You have to mix what you love with what people love.
Oh, absolutely.
Keep yourself in them.
What the people want.
Yeah, exactly. It honestly doesn't, it doesn't matter what you want to play.
I mean, at the end of the night, you selling yourself. So
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But with that being said, guys, I think we're gonna start to wrap things up. Thank y'all so much for coming. This is a fun ass episode, I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
And y'all need to come back on. And when y'all do, we're getting the 4th mic. I'm gonna get some more chairs for y'all. We're gonna make sure everyone's in this one. And hopefully next time when y'all come, we have some new stuff to share. Maybe some new songs dropping, or
I can guarantee you we will have new songs.
Oh,
okay.
We'll have new songs.
we're definitely gonna run it back though. We're
So
definitely
down.
gonna run it back.
So
This
yeah.
I'm really glad we got to do this.
Yeah, I'm happy for this.
absolutely.
But with that being said, guys, we're gonna wrap this episode up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and go check these guys out, man. I'm gonna send me some links, send me something, and I'm gonna put it in the description.
Okay.
And these guys got it going on. I'm gonna say that myself. I'm gonna speak on their behalf and say that they're just motivated and driven. And I've only met these guys for probably, I don't know how long this is going on, 30, 40 minutes, and I can just tell by their vibe that they mean business. They love what they're doing, and I think that's a key thing that matters in this. And I can already say I'm excited to see what's to come from them, and they're gonna do great things. I know y'all are gonna do great.
Thank you, man. Yeah, bro.
I'm really excited for
Yeah,
them.
we appreciate you.
Appreciate you for the opportunity, man.
No problem,
Yeah.
man. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like, subscribe button. We're